take a look at what was going on with RFK Jr. and how they were trying to basically character assassinate him.
This is the last thing, by the way, our parents need when their kids are going back to school, is to have the kind of confusion and expense and scarcity that you're creating as a result of your ideology. I think it's critical for you to share the evidence that this panel will rely on. Will you give the American people 6 months or 6 weeks in advance the record that they're going to rely on to make these decisions? Will you make it transparent for the American people?
All the evidence is transparent.
Will you make it in advance transparent for the American people so they can comment on it?
All the evidence is transparent for the first time in history, and you were never there complaining when the pharmaceutical companies were picking those people and then running their products through with no safety testing.
You can characterize it any way you want. I quoted them today. What I said was accurate. What you said were lies. You described people
Senator,
moving the Titanic.
Are you saying that the mRNA vaccine has never been associated with myocarditis or pericarditis in teenagers?
I am simply.
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I am simply trying to say that the people that you have put on that panel, after firing the entire.
You're evading the question.
No, I'm asking the questions here.
You're evading that question.
I'm asking the questions.
I'm asking the
questions, Kennedy, on behalf of parents and schools and teachers all over the United States of America who deserve so much better than your leadership. That's what this.
Oh, what is that? Hold on, wait. Studies repeatedly show mRNA COVID vaccines are safe and effective. Studies show vaccinated individuals fare better against COVID infections than those who are unvaccinated. What are you talking? I was vaccinated and still got probably the COVID. I think I got COVID. I'm not too sure, but I could have gotten COVID. I didn't have one of those COVID checkers though. Studies show COVID vaccines are safe for children and severe side effects are low. Studies repeatedly show there is no link between vaccines and Oh yeah, that's right. He's also trying to somehow link that the vaccines that people were taking also possibly gave people autism as a side effect that it gave you a mental instability.
Conversation is about
the long COVID, in a sense. The COVID.
To address the recent shakeups.
All right, let's see the highlights.
These changes were absolutely necessary.
That was a little snippet of one guy just raging out.
As the
that was a
world's
Democrat,
gold
by the
standard
way.
public health agency with the central mission of protecting Americans from
If it was a Republican,
disease.
they would have
CDC
kind
failed
of
their
asked him serious
responsibility
questions and
miserably during
then
COVID.
probably
When
thanked him for his
disastrous
service.
and nonsensical policies destroyed small businesses, violated civil liberties, closed our schools, caused generational damage in doing so, massed infants with no science, and heightened economic inequality. And yet all those oppressive and unscientific interventions failed to do anything about the disease itself.
Do you believe COVID-19 was politicized?
Yeah, the whole process was politicized. Senator, I mean, we were lied to about everything. We were lied to about natural immunity. We were lied to about, we were told again and again the vaccines would prevent transmission, they'd prevent infection. It wasn't true.
Basically, they were falsely advertising what the
the clinical
vaccine
trial
actually
showed. We were told that there was science behind cloth masks. The CDC allowed the teachers union to write.
In a sense, you're marketing a false product, yes?
Which hurt working people all over the
So that's
country
what
and then
he's trying to
pretend
get
it
out.
was science-based.
They were saying
talking about
things that
today
they shouldn't have been
are
saying.
free and accessible to parents today in America who have the freedom to be able to make that choice for their children. Will that be true after your handpicked panel makes their judgments about these vaccines?
I think that parents should be free
I know you've said that before. I do too.
to make their own choices.
So will they be just as free after these?
I assume they will be.
Self-deluding, idealistic view.
I will hold you to that, Secretary Kennedy, because this is not a podcast. It is the American people's health that's on the line here.
Aren't you fucking
Mr.
guys
Secretary, do you
turning it
agree with
into
me
a
that the president-
podcast with you guys
that the president
fucking
deserves a
badgering him?
Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed?
Yeah, absolutely, Senator. That
So
was
let me ask you.
phenomenal.
So let me ask you. But you just told Senator Bennett that the COVID vaccine killed more people than COVID.
Wait,
That was a
Yeah,
statement.
I did not
these,
say
these
that.
guys are
Okay,
just
then let me
fucking
ask, because you
smacking their
also
lips.
were-
Senator, I just want to make clear, I
Okay,
did not say that.
We'll check the record. That's a question of
Just
fact.
keep flapping.
You also said that you were
up,
also,
up.
as lead attorney for the Children's Health Defense, you engaged in multiple lawsuits attempting to restrict access to the COVID vaccine. Again, it surprises me that you think so highly of Operation Warp Speed when, as an attorney, you attempted to restrict access.
I said the
Yeah,
president
you say-
also deserves a Nobel Prize, but our mRNA vaccines that we're working on, the ones that we canceled, which are for upper respiratory infections alone, are those?
You canceled $500 million of research because the mRNA technology is about continuing the research to be ready for the next flu, influenza, the next pandemic, and you have to do the research.
I'm happy to
Pandemic
have a
round two?
detailed discussion with you.
Oh, she
You're
said
so
it.
wrong on your facts.
You're interrupting me, and sir, you're a charlatan. That's what you are. You're the ones who conflate chronic disease with the need for vaccines. The history on vaccines is very clear. This is the 20th century. That's how many people had vaccines and had illnesses. This is the 21st century. This is the decrease, 99% down to 100%. This is what was delivered with vaccines, and you don't want to support
I'm
that.
all but
Do you think the
eradicated.
vaccine did anything to prevent additional deaths?
Again, I would like to see the data and talk about the data. I'm
You
not
have had this
voice-
job for 8 months, and you don't know the data about whether the vaccine
No,
saved
and that's the
lives?
problem, is that they didn't have the data. The data by the Biden administration, absolutely dismal. It was
So when
data
so
chaos.
you who is politicizing? You're
Basically,
saying the Biden
the
administration
data that they were trying to
politicized all the
look
data?
for, they don't
Go
have.
back to what Senator
some
Cantwell just
reason.
They
said.
fired Dr.
Go to the
Krause.
Trump Surgeon
Also, this is headed by the
General.
They
CDC.
fired Dr. Krause. They
Right, this
fired
is,
all the people who
Fauci
questioned
and all
the
those
orthodoxy. They
guys during
fired
the
Dr. Gruber, Dr.
Biden
Kelso,
administration.
Mr. Chairman, the
Gilmore.
Secretary of Health and Human Services doesn't know
I guess
how
they
many
weren't
Americans
keeping
died
tabs
from
on
COVID.
it, or they
Let them
fucking
know
burned
that
it all.
The vaccine helped prevent any deaths. And you are sitting as Secretary of Health and Human Services? How can you be that ignorant?
There are real concerns that safe, proven vaccines like measles, like hepatitis B and others could be in jeopardy. And that would put Americans at risk and reverse decades of progress. As we've seen over the last 4 years, the previous administration 4 years, when recommendations became politicized or were swayed by bias, that the public trust can be lost. So what safeguards are in place to ensure decisions are based solely on science and not politics? And how are you going to make sure doctors and parents can count on CDC guidance?
I mean, Senator, I would point this out. Right now, there's only 10% of children are complying with the CDC's recommendation on COVID boosters.
Wow, only
15%
10%.
of healthcare workers. So Americans have lost faith in CDC, and we need to restore that faith. And we're
Yeah,
going
that's
to do
an
that by telling the
understatement.
truth and not through propaganda.
People have lost
by
faith in the
making
fucking
them
government, dude.
understand that everything that we say is true.
You just changed the classification
I mean, look
of
at
the
these
COVID
quacks.
vaccine.
I'm not taking them away from people,
All they do is
Senator.
keep
It
flapping
takes
their
it
fucking
away
lips.
if you can't get it from your pharmacist.
Well, most Americans are
It takes
going to be
it
able to
away
get it
if
from
you
their
have to
pharmacy
pay
for free.
$200.
Most Americans will be able to get it from their
No,
pharmacy
the
free.
question is everyone who wants it. That was your promise,
I know
Mr.
I didn't.
Kennedy,
know. I
not
never
mine.
promised that I was going to
You didn't
recommend
prom-
products
Oh,
with which
I'm
there is no
sorry.
indication.
When you said,
And I know you've
These are
taken
working for
$855,000 from
I'm not
pharmaceutical
going to take them
companies,
away.
Senator.
Did you hold up a big sign saying that you were lying?
Called her out
when
on
you
her
said that? Because
fucking
you are the one who
being
said
paid by Big
you would
Pharma.
not take them away.
There's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling
Pocahontas.
the American people
What
that the
happened?
American
Oh no, it's
Medical
oligarchy.
Association,
The
representing
oligarchy.
hundreds of thousands of
It's the
people, have been co-opted,
oligarchy.
and that they should not trust their doctors.
Hey, it's
American
Asmongold's
Academy of
favorite.
Pediatrics, the American, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican,
giving
I don't
him
mean to be
shit.
political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted
He was
by
paid
the
by Big Pharma
Everybody
too.
but you, Senator.
as well.
What the Trump administration is doing right now is making it harder for
I mean, did
people
you see
in
him
this
with
country
fucking
to
Warren,
get access
right?
to mental health care. So don't talk
Elizabeth
to me about
Warren?
solving the mental health
They
care
always-
crisis when
right, he
you
always
are making
teams
it
up with
harder.
Elizabeth
you cut
Warren
Medicaid,
for some
which is the
reason.
number
It's
one
like he's getting
payer
cucked.
for mental health care services
getting
in this
cucked in the-
country. You decimated
Like he's
the
getting
agency,
fucked in the
Health and
ass,
Human
like, or
Services,
something.
that focuses on mental health and substance abuse.
They
That's what
they
states
always
count
do the
on. They're
tag
cutting
team.
their services to schools as a result
don't know
of
why
that.
Asmongold
Several
doesn't
years
talk about
ago,
the tag
in a
team.
bipartisan way, Congress came together and passed the Safer Communities Act,
Okay, all
which
right,
made
I'm
important
sorry. I shouldn't
investments
rag
in
on
mental health care
Asmongold
and
too
did some
much. I'm
important,
sorry, I'm
those
sorry.
small things to reduce access to guns. What do? You propose cutting that funding.
You propose cutting everything. It is not nice. Why don't you have the numbers? It's been 8 months. This is your job. All right, what do we have here? And then this is oh yeah, this is how
You said.
And I know you've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical
boom. Right.
RFK Jr. tore into skeleton-looking Democrats.
He did,
I
he
highly
did.
recommend watching until the end because this is so satisfying to watch.
Oh, dude, it's
Senator,
like
you've sat in that
it
chair.
was like a what, an
for
hour
how
or
long?
two?
20, 25 years, while
Hearing
the
or
chronic
something like
disease
that?
in our children went up to 76%. And you said nothing. You never asked the question why it's happening. Why is this happening? Today, for the first time in 20 years, we learned that
Well, I mean, they were getting
infant
paid
mortality has
off.
increased in our country. It's not
That's
because
why-
I came
that's
in
why they
here.
never
It's 'cause
asked
of what
any
happened
questions.
during the Biden administration that we're going to end.
You promised that you would not take away vaccines from anyone who wanted them. You just changed the classification of the COVID vaccine.
I'm not taking
And
them
the
away from people,
consequence-
Senator.
It takes it away if you can't get it from your pharmacy.
I love how they're all like, it
Americans
takes
are gonna
it.
be able to
He
get it
never
from their
said these
pharmacy
things.
for
I love how
free.
they keep trying to put
Everyone
words in
who
his
wants
mouth.
it, that was
Right, that's
your
the other
promise.
thing
I
too.
know
People
I did.
keep
I
trying to
never
put words in
promised
these
that I was
guys'
gonna
mouth
recommend
that they
products
never
for which
said.
There is no indication.
Right,
When you
the
said-
Democrats
And I
always
know you've
misconstrue
taken
the Republicans when they say shit,
$855,000 from pharmaceutical
especially when it
companies.
comes to right
You
policy
never
making as of right
indicate
now.
a product for which
Especially
there
when
is
they've
no
said it
clinical
outright.
data.
Hey, we're not
Says
doing
that
this,
what
and
you
they're
want?
just like,
You
oh, they're
received
going to take it
$300,000
away from.
people, not from the industry.
Like,
people
no,
that
we didn't
advise
say
you
that.
from individuals.
Oh, yes, you
corrupt
did. You said
President
it
Trump
in
got
this statement,
$3
right?
million.
No, we didn't. We just
Every
said we're
Republican
just
got
looking
corporate
it
PAC
over.
money for the pharmaceutical
the
industry.
numbers.
Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so, and I think
Everyone
I don't know
is
what you're talking
corrupt.
about.
Well, I think
No,
you know what
look
I'm
at
talking
it.
about.
I don't
You
know
got
what you're
them on
talking
your
The issue is every
paycard.
time anyone
Are you
disagrees
saying
with
You
that?
you,
Are
have
you saying the
them.
pharmaceutical industry was supporting my presidential
Oligarchy,
campaign? I don't
fucking-
think so.
You
Bernie.
unilaterally changed the parameters for giving vaccines, making it possible now, to Senator Cassidy's colleagues' points, that they're going to have to go off-label
This is crazy talk. You're just making stuff up. You're just
Yeah, they are
making
making stuff up.
Senator.
I'm not
You're
making
just
stuff.
making stuff up.
You know, sometimes when you make an accusation, it's kind of a confession, Mr. Kennedy. You are citing data that you won't produce to the public,
You're just
and you are
making things up.
rejecting
You're
science.
making things up to scare people, and it's a lie.
I don't
It's
think-
true, though.
With
They are.
respect, I do not think I'm the one making things
You
up.
are
Thank you,
lying
Mr. Chair.
right now, Senator. All the evidence is transparent for the first time in history, and you were never there complaining when the pharmaceutical companies were picking those people and then running their products through with no safety
You
testing.
you can characterize it any way you want. I quoted them today. What I said was accurate. What you said were lies. You
Are you
describe
saying,
people
Senator,
moving the
Senator,
Titanic.
are you
chairs on
saying
the
that a
Titanic
mRNA
with-
vaccine has never been associated with myocarditis or pericarditis in teenagers?
I am simply.
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I am simply trying to say that the people that you have put on that panel, after firing the entire.
You're evading the question.
You
No, I'm
fire
asking the
them all,
questions
you
here.
dirtbag!
I'm asking the questions.
Remember
I
these?
have a
They
question.
tried to
Days
stop
after
the
tragic
firing
shooting
with
at
the
Annunciation
judge.
Catholic
Right? They put a
School in my
hold
home
on
state of
the
Minnesota, you
the
went on
firing
Fox
of these
News
employees.
blaming
But then
school
the
shootings on
the Supreme
antidepressants.
Court was like,
You know
yeah, too
evidence of
bad.
that
They
because you
had the
no
power to do
evidence
that.
of a connection.
So it's like,
You wanna
and then now they're
You're
fired.
just
So it's like,
saying something.
now
You're
they're
making
all
stuff
upset
up.
that these
I
people were
never said
fired
that.
because I
You're
think they were
making
all
it up.
basically
I am
Democrats
Yeah, you are.
or basically
So
people who
being
were
dishonest
fudging.
right
You
now.
want to talk about mental health and gun
You're
violence
being
in this
dishonest.
country?
Yeah,
If you
it's
want
hard
to
to
talk
say
about
what's
mental
going
health
on
and gun
'cause they're the
violence in
only
this
ones
country,
who's,
we should be
right,
talking
who's
about that because that's what the
Let's
parents
talk
of
looking
that,
into it,
Annunciation
right.
School
You don't want to talk.
want to
You want
talk
to
about.
harangue and you want to politically, you want to have partisan politics.
That is
I want to actually solve these problems.
Mr. Kennedy, you hired a man named David Geyer to conduct this study. Is that correct?
I'm sorry,
No.
Geyer? I'm sorry.
Is
Geyer, I'm sorry.
Mr. David Geyer working for HHS?
He's a contractor, but he's not conducting a study.
He's a contractor?
He's a
Do
contractor.
you know who works for you, Mr. Kennedy?
Yeah.
Did you know he never went to medical school?
He's not practicing medicine.
Did you know that he got caught in Maryland and was charged for practicing medicine without a medical license?
He was charged by a medical board, he sued the medical board, and the medical board was found to have acted in actual malice and was fined $2.6 million by a judge in Maryland for doing that.
See, so you choose to know a lot when you want to know a lot. It's incredible, Mr. Kennedy.
Senator, you're
it's incredible,
ridiculous.
sir.
Clearly, you have an agenda. It is a threat.
Was that one supposed to be a gotcha or something? that fucking Democrat fucking politician who brought that shit up, that was so stupid.
To the public
That
health
was
of
that
the
was
American
such a
people.
fucking nothing.
It's clear
bro.
that you are carrying out your extremist beliefs, which is why you attempted to fire Dr.
Senator, we're the
Menarez.
sickest people in the
Sir,
world.
I'm not.
We're the sickest people on earth.
I'm speaking.
How am I a threat?
Secretary.
You need the vaccine. You're the sickest people on earth. Well, there you have it. They, the Democrats are freaking the fuck out on RFK Jr. because he keeps trying to, like, poke and prod at the pharmaceutical companies. Right? No, they're getting antsy. Right? They're getting testy. They don't like it. Keep doing it. Alright, anyways, there you have it. That's RFK Jr. in his COVID hearing of the mRNA vaccines, and they were also talking about like the link to autism it might have, right? Because people were getting got stuff. Anyways, there you have it. Have a good one.